Hello everybody. How's it going, folks? Thank you for coming and viewing this film. I'm pleased to see you. This is Michael here, and I would now like to show you this film of freshwater sponges, filmed on July 11th, 2018, right here in good old China Grove and Landis, North Carolina, at the Lake Corriher Wilderness area. It is filmed of freshwater sponge colonies filmed in Grants Creek, flowing directly out of Lake Corriher. And as of currently, this is the only footage of freshwater sponges publicly published and available, filmed here in North Carolina. Okay, so here I am at Grants Creek, here at the overflow of Lake Corriher. It overflows right around the bend up there. And right now, we're in a kind of a dry spell. So the water in Grants Creek is very low, with very little water flowing here when it's covered in wet. It'll get wet otherwise, but here we are, and I have found what I believe to be a brown freshwater sponge. Here in Lake Corriher, I have known there to be freshwater bryozoans, including the magnificent bryozoan. But I have never encountered freshwater sponge, and I believe I have encountered some brown freshwater sponge. Right here on this rock, you see that brown patch? I'm going to zoom in. It's got almost a moss or a kind of coarse hair-like texture to it and appearance. And it's kind of even forming some nodules. Most of it's underwater, some of it's above water. But I believe this to be freshwater sponge. I'm now going to touch a little bit of it here. Maybe come from this side. And it's, unlike algae, which is slimy, this is coarse. And it kind of compresses, like that spot right there I just touched. That part there, it's kind of rubbed away now, and it's compressed down like a sponge. So I think that's freshwater sponge. And over here, this rock, this almost looks like a piece of sedimentary rock of some sort, or a concretion, or something like that. It's an unusual rock. It could even be a piece of some kind of old asphalt from a long time ago. When you look at it, it is covered in nodules of that material, which I believe to be freshwater sponge. And now that the water's getting low, a lot of it's coming above the surface. I'm now going to lift it up. And here on the underside, you can see loads of it. Brownish green in color. And really it's more brown tan. And I believe that to be freshwater sponge growing on the bottom of this rock here in this creek bed. It comes out of Lake Corriher. I believe that's freshwater sponge on that rock there. Compared to just some normal, let me set that in there a little bit, there we go. Compared to just some normal creek sediment, which is over here, which, there's some under the water. It looks similar. When you rub it, it's just kind of maybe sort of slimy, and it just comes away. So it doesn't, or it's like this, it's just mud. That's not sponge, but that stuff is sponge. And the fact that it's not covered in sediment, like a lot of this algae is, indicates to me that it must have some kind of water current flowing through it, like a sponge would, and that's keeping all this creek sediment and mud out of it, making it clean still and not covered in mud. See the fuzziness? That is undoubtedly freshwater sponge. Yep, freshwater sponge right here in Lake Corriher. About 10 foot further down the creek, and I found another rock that's got a good example of freshwater sponge on it. This part's under the water. See it right there. Now I'm going to get a little closer. There, to give you an idea, that is what I believe to be some more freshwater sponge. And unlike a lot of freshwater sponge you see, this is brown. That, I believe it is alive still, but it is brown compared to a lot of freshwater sponge that is green. So there it is. Well, folks, I hope y'all enjoyed that view of some of that good old North Carolina freshwater sponge. And of course, any comments or possible identifications would be very greatly appreciated. So if y'all got anything to remark about it, that'd be real swell. Thank you again for watching, and y'all have a wonderful day. Greetings from China Grove, North Carolina. Bye-bye. Michael out for now.